Howdy, my name's Ernie. Yeah, this is bad, but like I just love it. I love it. I love talking about it, and this is the first time I get a proper chance to talk about it in my bathroom office. Oh yeah, yeah. Use the step stool to sit on. Jeez. And I used my laundry bin to record. All right, first things first. Look, I wrote notes because it's just been bugging me. But the first thing I want to say, but these are just my thoughts about the Izzy versus Yoel fight. Yeah, so there's gonna be clips of me like this because of things I thought of after I was recording. Starting with this next clip. Oh, actually starting with this one, but this next clip. You know what I mean. Yeah, so Izzy fought a smart fight. The way you beat Romero is exactly what he did. However, he spits a lot of noise. He talks a lot of smack about other fighters and says a lot of things that I'll reference now. And that's where the problem is. You can't say these things and put out the performances that you just did.
Izzy, why was it important for you to take this fight against Yoel?
Because he's a guy that no one wants to fight. He's the Oogie Boogie man. Everyone keeps saying, oh, even Darren Till, oh, I'll fight anyone except Yoel. You know, like, why? I've seen him get rocked. I've seen him get stopped. I've seen him get bloodied. I've seen him cry. I'll make him cry. But yeah, he's human like anyone else, and everyone likes to make this myth about, oh, he's, steel, like kicking steel, or you hit him and he doesn't fall. I'll touch him enough times. And eventually he'll crumble like the Twin Towers.
So I just want to shut everyone up who thinks otherwise.
Okay, so that's the guy you're picking.
I'm calling him out because no one's ever called him out. Even George said no one's ever called him out, so I might be the first.
Okay, now
Darren's the one saying he doesn't want to fight him. I'm like, why?
yeah, were you
So,
surprised?
you said 10 rounds with Romero. And what? You don't need 10 rounds with a man. If you spend 10 rounds with one man, that's 5 rounds too long. All you need is 3, 2, or 1. Understand that?
Now Izzy wants to say Romero's the challenger. He needs to bring the fight.
He didn't even deserve to be in there with me. He had no fucking right to be in there with me. But I gave him the shot because I thought, okay, this is the guy that everyone's fucking scared of. Everyone doesn't want to fight. Let me see what this hype is about. So I called him out. I gave him the shit after going on a 3-fight losing streak. It was a fucking gift for me.
Romero would have been salsa dancing on Saturday night if it weren't for Izzy. Izzy called Romero out. He called him out. Romero has no business fighting, and Izzy called him out. For what? So you can just chop his leg down from the outside to prove you could do that and win? Everybody who knows anything about MMA knows that you could do that. Romero knows you can do that. And I really feel like Romero didn't think that that's what you were going to do, having called him out. Now, if he just said, hey, I got hit in the face and I realized, he is the boogeyman, then I would have been like, okay, you were wrong. But no, he wants to say that he doesn't understand why people fear him and don't accept fights with him. I really, truly believe now you know, Izzy. And again, respect to both fighters. They put their lives on the line. So I really don't want to come across as a hater, right? I'm a hater. So he says he had to be smart. Millions on the line. I'm glad you said that, Izzy. Millions on the line. That's right. Show the numbers. Shout out to Snapchat. Amateur video editing at its finest. Carry on. Maybe Yoel and Izzy should give some of that money to the girls, because they definitely gave the people what they wanted. If this proved anything to me, it proved that Yoel Romero indeed is the boogeyman and that people do duck him because of the power and, just the freak of nature that he is. I think Yoel made a mistake thinking Izzy was going to grant him that epic war that he wanted. You know, that toe-to-toe, you know, Frazier versus Ali. He kind of talks about how he sees himself as Frazier with the dirty boxing and beating Ali one time. That's kind of how he felt here. And I think he just didn't think Izzy was going to stand on the outside and give a performance like that, because Yoel was like, that's boring. And he's talking all this noise and how he's picking me for the fight. And again, I think that's just a small misstep. I really think Izzy's going to learn from that and understand that it's more than just, you know, being safe and strategic and all that. You know, to be that cash cow, you have to kind of risk it for the biscuit, regardless if it puts you, you know, at harm's way, because that's what people want to see. Now, if you don't want to give the people that, that's fine too. But don't claim that you're some otherworldly, unfearful guy that's different, because that was no different than someone who understands why Yoel's the boogeyman. If I feel Romero fought smart as well, just not good enough. And this so closely resembles Tyron Woodley when he was champ. Dana and him just hated each other, and Dana would constantly throw shade at him because he would implement great strategies with opponents like Wonder Boy, Damian Maia. Really, you know, had amazing game plans for these specialists, if you will, right? And fair play to him, he won, but people hate him because he didn't understand why he didn't get any popularity, right? And then Dana White wouldn't make it any easier because he would literally throw shade at him. And you can't earn the money you make if you play smart like that. And I think Woodley kind of learned that lesson the hard way. He was kind of the sacrificial lamb. And as evidenced by, look what he's saying. You know, he's upset too. Say that was the most boring fight, blah, 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 that he's a freak of nature and he should just have destroyed Damian Maia. How is that not different than what Izzy did, right? Woodley stayed on the outside against Maia, had stopped 24 out of 24 takedowns. That's crazy. He stopped all the takedowns, right? He stayed on the outside and didn't risk being submitted because Maia probably would have submitted if he got his hands on Woodley. Right? That's no different than what Izzy did. And notice the two different narratives Dana White spews when it's literally the same exact example. He throws hate on Woodley, and then he praises Izzy and blames Romero for that.
We know what the crowd thought of the fight. Give me your opinion. What did you think of your performance tonight?
Shit, I thought it was a great performance. You got a guy on a 7-fight win streak. He's taken out all 7 opponents, world-class guys, gotten on their back, submitted them. Very resilient, very persistent on his attack. I was able to go out there and stop everything. How many takedowns did he try?
I think we saw 24 at one point.
24 tried, 24 denied.
It's easy to say a win is a win. But when you get booed out of an arena, it means people don't want to watch you fight.
Israel Adesanya. Let's let it settle.
So if you're Adesanya, he fought the smart fight. You stay on the outside. He chopped that leg apart. If you're Adesanya, he fought the smart fight. You stay on the outside. He chopped that leg apart, and he picked his punches.
And I guess we're seeing reports that you've been saying in some other interviews backstage that GSP, who you said was next in line for this winner, is no longer next in line. He's fighting Michael Bisping. Is that definitive?
Yep. There you go.
So this is what happens when you implement smart strategies. You lose things. Woodley literally lost his super fight with GSP because of his tactics. And if Izzy keeps this up, that's what's going to happen. So this is a cautionary tale. But I don't expect Izzy's going to keep doing that. He's smart. Yeah, so side note here, but sometimes I feel like when I tweet at famous people, I think they're listening to me and only me. But here's some examples. Here's another example of Malky listening to me. I see you. I know you didn't actually have him backflip because you want to throw me off your scent, but I'm on to you, buddy. And it's okay. Just give me a little credit. My advice is good. Just admit it. So much crap. I'm rambling on and this is not good. But I feel better. So if you don't want to watch, that's cool too. So again, ultimately, they're both to blame. However, I place more blame on Izzy because he challenged Yoel. Normally, you can blame the challenger because he failed to step up and take the title from the champion. But Yoel had no business being there. Izzy summoned him. Izzy called him out, said he doesn't understand why they call him the boogeyman. So it's on you to prove why the boogeyman don't exist. And you proved that he does exist. So I'll leave it with this tweet that kind of perfectly encapsulates how I feel about the Izzy versus Yoel Romero fight. Actually, forget the tweet. I actually found something better. Leave it to Funky Ben Askren to perfectly summarize how I feel about the Izzy Romero fight.
They kind of had a dance-off. They said they were going to have a dance-off. They kind of did have a dance-off. They didn't do all that much fighting. And I think it goes back to Bobby Douglas used to say this. One guy is scared of the other guy, and the other guy couldn't be happier that he's scared of him. So Yoel realized that Adesanya was scared of him, and he was so pumped because that meant he didn't have to do that much. But he didn't do enough to win. And so I scored it for Adesanya.
Thanks for watching. I'm Ernie, by the way.